Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by the monk noticed her sadness and spoke gently. Come, sit here for a moment. Radha sat beside him and wiped her tears. My husband went to the city to find work, she said with a trembling voice. He promised to send money, but many weeks have passed and I have heard nothing. My children are hungry and I am afraid of what might happen. The monk listened quietly. After a moment, he asked softly, Tell me, Radha, what do you think will happen? Radha looked down at the ground. I keep thinking something bad must have happened, she said. Maybe he could not find work, or maybe he has forgotten about us. The monk gently shook his head. When our minds fill with fearful thoughts, he said calmly, our hearts become heavy. But when we allow hopeful thoughts to enter, our hearts become stronger. Radha looked confused. But how can I think good thoughts when everything feels so difficult? She asked. The monk smiled peacefully. Let me tell you a story. Radha listened carefully. Once there was a poor man who believed he had nothing in life. He had no money, no food, and no family. One day he sat beside a river and cried, believing his life was empty. A traveler passed by and asked him, Why are you crying? The man replied, Because I have nothing to live for. The traveler looked around and said, Are you sure you have nothing? You have the flowing river, the shade of the trees, and the warm sun above you. If you only think about what you don't have, your life will always feel empty. But if you notice what you do have, your heart will find peace. The man thought about those words. Slowly, he stopped crying. He began to see the beauty around him, and from that day, his life slowly began to change. The monk looked at Radha with a gentle smile. You see, he said, the man's life did not change because of magic. It changed because his thinking changed. When our thoughts become hopeful, we gain the strength to face our problems. Radha sat quietly for a moment. Do you really think my thinking can change my life? She asked. The monk nodded. Every morning, he said, wake up and tell yourself, today will be a good day. Work with courage, care for your children with love, and wait with hope. Radha left the banyan tree with a lighter heart. From the next morning, she followed the monk's advice. Each day, she woke up and whispered to herself, today will be a good day. She worked hard, cared for her children, and kept hope in her heart. A few weeks later, a letter arrived from the city. Her husband had finally found work and had sent money home. Radha was overjoyed. She ran to the banyan tree to share the good news. The monk smiled warmly and said, You see, problems will always come in life. But when we face them with hope instead of fear, we become strong enough to overcome them. Soon many villagers began visiting the monk under the banyan tree. Whenever they felt worried or lost, they came to hear his calm words. And slowly, the whole village learned a simple but powerful truth. A hopeful mind can turn even the hardest days into the beginning of a better tomorrow.